Yo guys, what is going on? JPS back for another video, and today, as an American, I'm going to be reacting to the difference between the United Kingdom, Great Britain, and England. Now, a lot of you people from the UK are probably like, yo, why are Americans so dumb? And although you are justified in that, I'm presuming, rhetorical question, we never really are taught about this stuff. Why would I need to know about this? We kind of have a closed mind when it comes to the rest of the world. I'm just worried about America. That's how I've been taught. I'm not saying that's how I think. That's how I've been taught to think, and therefore that is kind of subconsciously the way I think. Like, why would I be worried about how to say certain things in the UK? It's sad, but it's the truth, and it's not just with the United Kingdom. It's just across the world. So. We're gonna throw away that mentality because that's what I've been doing, and learn the difference. Because if you ask me right now to tell you the difference between the United Kingdom, Great Britain, and England, I would give you a very convoluted response that would most likely be wrong in some way. I think I could have a general overview, but I just don't want to give it because I'm pretty sure it'll be wrong. So let's watch this all the way through, pay attention, and I'll give you my thoughts, and yeah, hopefully we'll learn something today because that's what this is about. So appreciate you guys. Also appreciate all the support. Make sure you subscribe, and let's get into it. The difference between the United Kingdom, Great Britain, and England.
Welcome to the United Kingdom and a whole lot more, explained by me, CGP Grey. The United Kingdom, England, Great Britain, are these three the same place? Are they different places? Do British people secretly laugh at those who use the terms incorrectly? Who knows the answers to these questions? I do, and I'm going to tell you right now. For the lost, this is the world, this is the European continent, and this is the place we have to untangle. The area shown in purple is the United Kingdom. Part of the confusion is that the United Kingdom is not a single country, but instead is a country of countries. It contains inside of it 4 co-equal and sovereign nations. The first of these is England, shown here in red. England is often confused with the United Kingdom as a whole because it's the largest and most populous of the nations and contains the de facto capital city, London. To the north is Scotland, shown in blue, and to the west is Wales, shown in white. And, often forgotten even by those who live in the United Kingdom, is Northern Ireland, shown in orange. Each country has a local term for the population. While you can call them all British, it's not recommended as the 4 countries generally don't like each other. The Northern Irish, Scottish, and Welsh regard the English as slave-driving colonial masters, no matter that all 3 have their own devolved parliaments and are allowed to vote on English laws, despite the reverse not being true, and the English generally guard the rest as rural yokels who spend too much time with their sheep. However, as the 4 constituent countries don't have their own
I feel like that's just so accurate, even though I don't know for myself. That's just so accurate. Wow, this guy's talking really fast, but definitely true.
Passports, they are all British citizens, like it or not. They are British citizens of the United Kingdom, whose full name, by the way, is the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland. So where's Great Britain hiding? Right here. The area covered in black is Great Britain. Unlike England, Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland, Great Britain is a geographical rather than a political term. Great Britain is the largest island among the British Isles. Within the United Kingdom, the term Great Britain is often used to refer to England, Scotland, and Wales alone, with the intentional exclusion of Northern Ireland. This is mostly, but not completely true, as all 3 constituent countries have islands that are not part of Great Britain, such as the Isle of Wight, part of England, the Welsh Isle of Anglesey, the Scottish Hebrides, the Shetland Islands, the Auckland Islands, and the islands of the Clyde. The second biggest island in the British Isles is Ireland. It's worth noting at this point that Ireland is not a country. Like Great Britain, is a geographical, not political term. The island of Ireland contains on it 2 countries, Northern Ireland, which we have already discussed, and the Republic of Ireland.
Dude, it's like no one ever taught us that, and I learned that in 2 videos ago. What the heck?
Say they are Irish, they are referring to the Republic of Ireland, which is a separate country from the United Kingdom. However, both the Republic of Ireland and the United Kingdom are members of the European Union, even though England in particular likes to pretend that it's an island in the mid-Atlantic rather than 50 kilometers off the coast of France. But that's a story for another time. To review, the 2 largest islands in the British Isles are Ireland and Great Britain. Ireland has on it 2 countries, the Republic of Ireland and Northern Ireland, while Great Britain mostly contains 3, England, Scotland, and Wales. These last 3, when combined with Northern Ireland, form the United Kingdom. There are still many unanswered questions.
Okay, I think my biggest question will be, why isn't the Republic of Ireland a part of the United Kingdom? Why is it Northern Ireland? Because the Republic of Ireland is so much larger. Why are they left out? I think that's why Ireland is split. It may be, I don't know, I'll have to learn, but okay. What? So the United Kingdom is essentially Great Britain, but just with Northern Ireland. Got it. Man, they're just terms that are constantly interchanged that you forget essentially the meaning of all of them. I think the England and United Kingdom is the biggest mistake, but Great Britain and United Kingdom are so like interchangeable in like conversation, especially in America.
Questions, such as why when you travel to Canada is there British royalty on the money? To answer this, we need to talk about empire. You can't have gone to school in the English-speaking world without having learned that the British Empire once spanned a fourth of the world's land and governed nearly a fourth of the world's people. While it's easy to remember the parts of the British Empire that broke away violently, we often forget how many nations gained independence through diplomacy, not bloodshed. These want-to-be nations struck a deal with the empire, where they continue to recognize the monarchy as the head of state in exchange for a local autonomous parliament. To understand how they are connected, we need to talk about the crown. Not the physical crown that sits behind glass in the Tower of London and earns millions of tourist pounds for the UK, but the crown is a complicated legal entity best thought of as a one-man corporation. Who created this corporation? God did. According to British tradition, all power is vested in God, and the monarch is crowned in a Christian ceremony. God, however, not wanting to be bothered with micromanagement, conveniently delegates his power to an entity called the Crown. While this used to be the physical crown in the Tower of London, it evolved over time into a legal corporation sole, able to be controlled only by the ruling monarch. It's a useful reminder.
Sorry about the dog barking, but I think it's interesting how both the United States and England are like nations under God. But I guess the US just got that from, yeah, that makes sense then. Anyways, continue.
That the United Kingdom is still technically a theocracy, with the reigning monarch acting as both the head of state and the supreme governor of the official state religion, Anglicanism. Such are the oddities that arise when dealing with a 1,000-year-old monarchy. Back to Canada and the rest. The former colonies that gained their independence through diplomacy and continue to recognize the authority of the Crown are known as the Commonwealth Realm. They are, in decreasing order of population, Canada, Australia, Papua New Guinea, New Zealand, Jamaica, the Solomon Islands, Belize, the Bahamas, Barbados, St. Lucia, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Grenada, Antigua and Barbuda, St. Kitts and Nevis, and Tuvalu. All are independent nations, but still recognize the monarchy as the head of state, even though it has little real power within their borders. There are 3 further entities that belong to the Crown, and these are the Crown Dependencies: the Isle of Man, Jersey, and Guernsey. Unlike the Commonwealth Realm, they are not considered independent nations, but are granted local autonomy by the Crown and British citizenship by the United Kingdom, though the UK does reserve the right to overrule the laws of their local assemblies. Are we done now? Almost, but not quite. There are still a couple of loose threads, such as this place, the tiny city of Gibraltar on the southern coast of Spain, famous for its rock, its monkeys, and for causing diplomatic tension between the United Kingdom and Spain. Or what about the Falkland Islands, which caused so much tension between the United Kingdom and Argentina that they went to war over them? These places belong in the last group of Crown properties known as British Overseas Territories, but their former name, Crown Colonies, gives away their origin. They are the last vestiges of the British Empire. Unlike the Commonwealth Realm, they have not become independent nations and continue to rely on the United Kingdom for military and sometimes economic assistance. Like the Crown Dependencies, everyone born within their borders is a British citizen. The Crown Colonies are, in decreasing order of population, Bermuda, the Cayman Islands, the Turks and Caicos Islands, Gibraltar, the British Virgin Islands, Equatorial and Dekelia, Anguilla, St. Helena, the Ascension Islands, Tristan da Cunha, Montserrat, the British Indian Ocean Territory, the South Georgia and South Sandwich Islands, the Falkland Islands, the British Antarctic Territory, and the Pitcairn Islands. For our final Venn diagram, the United Kingdom is a country situated on the British Isles and is part of the Crown, which is controlled by the monarchy. Also part of the Crown and the British Isles are the Crown Dependencies. The independent nations of the former empire that still recognize the Crown are the Commonwealth Realm, and the non-independent remnants of the former empire are the British Overseas Territories. Thank you very much for watching.
Alright, I have a couple comments. First of all, I should have just off rip put this video on like 1.25 because that guy talks ridiculously fast. Like if he was your history teacher, you're not learning anything. I'm sorry. But okay, I do have a few questions, and the first thing I'll say is what? It seems like there's not any like power vested in any of these like overseas territories or countries that recognize the crown, like that Great Britain has over them, because the British Empire has essentially, it's not like it was obviously, but it's kind of like, it just shows you the history, which I find pretty interesting. That's pretty cool in my opinion. I wonder why he already told us. Okay, again, he didn't go into depth on why. Well, that's obviously not what this video is about, but I still am interested in why the Republic of Ireland isn't a part of the United Kingdom, or like is like, if you look at this diagram, the Republic of Ireland is literally the only thing outside of this, like not even just in the United Kingdom, but why isn't even recognized the crown? Okay, that's one. If you know in the comment, I'm sure people know, please comment that down below, because I'm actually really interested in that. And kind of just, I think I'm going to react to a video on that, like just the split in Ireland between, Northern Ireland and the Republic of Ireland. Because I remember hearing like about it in a previous video that I reacted to, but it didn't go into depth on it whatsoever. So that's something I definitely need to check out. But yeah, really interesting. All these overseas territories. Wow. But it's true, like the British Virgin Islands, they're nowhere near Great Britain. But now, hey, listen, the good thing about watching this video is now I can correctly refer to places, or just refer to things. Because I know in past videos that I know people in the comments were dragging me like, it's not just England. It's not, you know, that's not Great Britain. Well, not, you know what I mean. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I definitely learned something. Let's just look at the map one more time. Okay, so Great Britain encompasses 3 countries, right? Yes, okay. And the United Kingdom encompasses 4 countries. Okay, so Great Britain is England, Scotland, and Wales. It looks like
To Scotland, shown in blue,
England,
and to the
Scotland, and then Wales is right here.
west is Wales, shown in white. And often...
Okay, so England's the biggest one, has London in it, yes. Okay, Wales is to the west of England, and then Scotland. Scotland's really big. I'm assuming a lot of those places in the video where I watched like top places in the UK to travel, a lot of them were from Scotland. Because there is a lot of beautiful places, so Scotland definitely has a rich history. I want to look more into Scotland.
Forgotten even by those who live in the United Kingdom is Northern Ireland, shown in
And then this is the final part of the United Kingdom, where those 3 were Great Britain. Let's check, make sure I was right. Quizzing myself. Yep. All right, I got it, guys. I'm going to make sure I review this. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Like I said, guys, I really do appreciate the support so much. It means so much to me. So if you could, please consider hitting the subscribe button. If not, that's okay, but I appreciate it. And, you know, leave a like and comment some other videos you'd like me to react to down below. And I'll catch y'all next time. Peace.